What's up, everybody? Welcome into the Empower America show. Michael, Keith, and Kevin back at it again. Man, we are in the studio cranking out content. All for you.
Well, it's like what? Like, have you ever heard that term, high energy?
Oh, yeah.
And man, you got high energy. Yeah. He called us this morning. Hey, what you doing this morning, TM? This dude's cracking jokes 8 o'clock.
Just like, man, this is too early for this.
Yeah. He needed another quarter for the bed, but we got there.
Yeah.
Listen, it's all about motivation, baby. And, sometimes in life, I love what Zig Ziglar says. Remember the old Zig? Got to pull that out of the hat from time to time. Yeah. And he says in life, which I love, he said, positive. Now, this is positive thinking now, not motivation, but kind of in the same lane. So positive thinking won't allow you to do everything, but it will allow you to do everything better than negative thinking will allow you to do. I mean, when you're walking up there shooting the shot and you got the ball in your hand and you're on the foul line and you're like, I'm going to miss it. I'm going to miss it. I'm going to miss it. I'm going to miss it.
Yeah.
You know what? It's a pretty good chance.
You gonna miss it.
You gonna miss it.
Matter of fact, it's gonna be an air ball.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, you are what you think.
Maybe but no, I'm gonna make it. I'm gonna make it. I'm gonna make it. And I love and now it's got to be realistic because a lot of people are like, oh, positive thinking can just make you do anything, and that's nonsense. That's not positive thinking. That's new age thinking.
Yeah,
that ain't real stuff. Shaquille O'Neal. I love Shaq, man, doing his thing. Here's what I can tell you though: as positive as Shaq wants to be, he ain't gonna be a jockey riding a horse.
Right.
Ain't gonna happen. I'm gonna win the next race, baby. Kentucky Derby coming to town.
You gonna break that horse's back.
Ain't gonna happen. He's too big, right? So at the end of the day, I love Zig used to say one time too, and he wasn't a real tall guy. He's like, I'm about as positive as you can get. He's like, I'm gonna chase down Moby Dick with a rowboat and put some tartar sauce with me. He's like, and I'm so positive. I can, I tried to dunk a basketball 3 times. Still can't get the rim. And I still think I'm going to get it the next time. It ain't going to happen.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you what you got to do. Positive thinking's great, but motivation is better. That gives you the fuel to start down the path of empowering yourself and doing what you want to do. How many times do you wake up in the morning doing what you need to do, thinking yourself, I can't wait to do the stuff I dislike today?
Right.
Yeah.
Never.
Right.
Yeah.
But you got to find ways to get yourself motivated. We talk a lot through this show about empowering yourself. We got some great tools we talked about on EmpowerAmericaShow.com where people can go and learn things. Who wants to really take time to learn that stuff?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Not many people.
It takes time. It takes thought.
But those that actually spend the time to do those things, to grow themselves, are the ones that actually become empowered. And they learn to grow more. We're going to have some coins out there, too, you're going to love. You know what this is? To it, baby. To it. Put your back into... No, it's not that. Okay? It's not that. This is round, and it says to it. And you know where this came from? Years ago. We don't say this much today, guys. I don't hear it that often. Maybe y'all do. But, they used to say years ago, somebody was like, you need to go do this. You need to go clean the garage. You need to go work on starting your business. You need to go whatever. And they're like, you know what? I'll just do it sometime when I get around to it. Like I just don't have time. I don't have time. I'm so busy.
Right.
I'll do it when I get around to it. Well, guess what? You buy one of these. It's round. It's a to it. Now you got a round to it. You put that bad boy in your pocket. Boop. And now you're sitting on the couch, and your wife comes in. She says, "Honey, you need to go do X, Y, Z." And now your excuse is gone.
Yeah.
Because you got a round to it in your pocket. instead of saying, I'll do it when I get around to it, you're like, wait a minute. I feel that bulge in my pocket, and it's the coin.
Yeah.
I got a round to it. I guess guys got to go do it.
You know what a lot of people's problem is? I'm speaking from experience.
Tell me. Speak from experience.
People they haven't found that calling in life. And
Yeah.
I read this book by Robert Greene. It's called Mastery. And that book helped me so much it helps people find what they're calling in his life. And once you find that, that's all the motivation you need.
Yeah.
A lot of people are just complacent. They just doing, going to their job because it pays the bills or whatnot, but they're not happy.
Right.
You know what I mean? You're not really happy until you really find what your call in life. Like, luckily enough, we found our call in life.
Yeah.
Being 2 black idiots on YouTube. But it's like our job is like, we're just so happy doing it. It's like that's why people lack motivation, because they're doing something they're not happy with.
Well, and I think the other thing is people try and be other people.
Yeah.
Like, don't chase other people's vision.
Yeah.
Do what you're called, and that takes some exploring.
Yeah.
Right.
That takes some getting outside the box. That takes some doing things differently. And motivation. If you make motivation your habit, you'll get there quicker.
Yeah.
Right. So habits are boring.
Yeah.
But it's the things that will actually get you there.
Yeah. Write down your goals, your plans. Plan out your day.
Yeah.
Use your time more wisely.
I say over the last 6 months to a year, I've been making sure I like it. Every morning I read at least 20 minutes. I do a couple Sudoku puzzles just to keep my mind sharp and keep it going.
Is that like the Batman comics?
Yeah, I guess.
Hey, Robin, let's go. I'm messing with you, man. Mastery. You're talking about deep stuff, and I'm running out Batman comic to you.
Like he's reading comic
What
books.
is wrong with this
You
guy?
remember the old Batman, you read a comic, wham! Bam!
Shazam!
Not that type of reading.
I did 3 pages today, honey. Off to the lake.
Yeah, man. It's I mean, people don't really work on themselves anymore. They expect everything. People are so entitled now. They expect people just to give them something for showing up. That's not how life
They got
works.
that reparations mindset.
Yeah,
Man, you got that black man's mindset.
Well, that's part of everybody gets a trophy.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't get a trophy unless you win.
Yeah.
Period.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And then you're like, wait a minute, why did I not get paid today? Does it have anything to do with the fact that I didn't go to work?
Right.
That might make sense.
Right.
And in that book I mentioned about mastery, like he mentions in that book, they demonize, wealthy people, successful people. Like what they did was evil.
Right.
And it's like, you should use these people as to empower yourself. Look what they did. Look where they came from. Look where we came from. All of us came from. We came from
nothing. All of us, right?
Exactly.
All 3 at the table.
Yeah.
Listen, at the end of the day, when you do that, you think about this for a minute. So here's a thought. When was the last time a poor person gave someone a job? Anybody a job? Never.
Right. Yeah.
And the other thing is when you look at people that are wealthy or have some money, most of the people in this country, in the world for that matter, I mean, you got the small select group that it just goes from the silver spoon people, right?
Yeah.
But most people that have wealth have built it from nothing.
Yeah. But if you even that silver spoon person, it still takes a lot of effort and mindset to keep that money. Because anybody that doesn't have the mindset, I don't care what you're born into, hell, look at Hunter Biden.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're going to
If you
lose
don't
it.
have the mind, look at Jeffrey Dahmer.
Yeah. he's really in trouble.
It doesn't
Don't follow
matter.
that model.
Right.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter if you're born into it. It takes a lot of effort and sacrifice to keep it.
Well, and
Yeah.
part of that goes back to purpose, which ultimately then goes back to motivation, right?
Yeah.
If you're in a place where you're not motivated, that little tool, that round to it that I showed you, like, you got to get some of that stuff. You got to get some of those little things. We all need a little help along the way.
Yeah.
I love what Zig used to say, bringing it back into the conversation. If you're walking down the street and you look at the fence post and you see a turtle up in the fence post, you can rest assured that sucker did not get up there by himself. He had some help along the way.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's the same way in life. And that's part of the goal of this show, by the way. You're watching this and be like, what is the point of Empower America show? Well, as somebody said, I can't remember who it was in the very first segment, one of you guys said, it's about empowering yourself. It's about making you great. It's about making you better. That's really, we want to do this in a way that it's funny and comedically. Hopefully you get some giggles or whatever you want to call it from it. But at the end of the day, you're taking some things you're like, you know what? That makes sense.
Yeah.
And don't just go by and listen to it for 8, 9, 10, 12, whatever minutes and be like, that was funny. Did you see this? Watch this. No. Take some of these concepts, write it down, make some notes and say, you know what? I'm going to change my life.
Right.
That's what this is about.
Yeah, that turtle didn't get up by himself. Yeah, the way you don't, a lot of times when you get places, you got to empower yourself, but in empowering yourself, you got to surround yourself with other people who can help you get up there and leave your ass up there on top of that fence.
Exactly.
But you figure out how you're going to get down.
Yeah, but you got to be prepared when you get that opportunity.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, because a lot of people have people come into their lives that are going to try and encourage them or uplift them, and it seems so foreign and new to them.
Yeah.
They're like, I'm not going to try that. That's probably not going to work.
Yeah.
You got to get that negativity out of the brain. You got to say, you know what? No, I can do this. And in order for me to get somewhere I've never been, I have to do things I've never done.
Right.
That's important.
But when you do those things you've never done, you're going to be scared out of your mind, but it's going to make you a better person.
That's exactly right.
I remember my first time we did a comedy show, the first time I went on stage, had a panic attack.
Yeah.
Legs turned into 500 pounds, and my mouth went totally white.
Yeah.
But look where I'm at today.
But you got through it.
I got through it, yeah.
And you got better for it.
Yeah.
So it's all about empowerment. It's all about motivation. That is the one of the basic building blocks, I guess, really, in getting you where you need to go. Any second to last word, boys?
Stop procrastinating. Stop procrastinating.
Don't procrastinate.
Get around to it.
That's exact. Get your round to it on. Put it in your pocket. Get it done. Be blessed. Stay empowered.
Yeah.
Boom.